If your C8 Corvette has a little fender bender, well, don't scrap it. Why don't you sell parts of it for other people so that they might be able to fix their car? Your C8 parts could breathe life back into somebody else's viable C8. This is Road Odyssey, and please subscribe.
Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome to Road Odyssey. I am Burke. Hope you're having a great day. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And this is my 2020 Corvette. Now, what would happen if this car was to be in a wreck, get hurt, and I wanted to find some parts that were not new, but used, and use those parts as replacements? So, where do I go? How much would I spend? And what is this all about? So let's find out, and I'll show you. Here we go.
No one wants to see a car go to waste, except tree huggers. Of those that do enjoy cars for the freedom attributes that they provide, we really dislike seeing any good muscle car, sports car, or supercar go to the grave as one big block of metal, recklessly recycled into a new fate. As for the new C8 Corvette Stingray, many are finding their way to more than one highway to heaven. As many C8 souls pass through the pearly gates, their bones are picked by the angry buzzards of opportunity. In other words, their parts are stripped away and resold. You can find used, perhaps refurbishable parts in many internet graveyards, such as eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Coparts. C8s that have been wrecked and their remains can easily be found in abundance. My morbid curiosity took me into the cauldron of tortured C8s in search of their carcasses and mangled body parts. So I looked for dead C8s and their parts on the internet to see what I could find. This topic seemed fairly interesting when I first thought about it. Actually, it's simply the same story for all used cars and their parts. My point to this video is to discover the reality of the price and value of deceased C8s and their remains. What is it that we can find out there, retrieve, and use for our C8s in case we get into a wreck? If, heaven forbid, your C8 gets wrecked, but not totaled, and all you need is a part or two or three to fix up your car and move on, where do you go to look for used parts for your C8? Some companies are a dead end from what I saw, so you probably don't want to waste your time with Eckler's Corvette or Gulf Coast Corvettes. Here are a few companies to look at. C8 part companies: Dino's Corvette Salvage, Parts Request, maybe Facebook Marketplace, not sure about that one, and of course eBay. Dino's seems to be an interesting company. In theory, they will quality check parts prior to shipping. Hooray! I would be sure to get some type of guarantee prior to any purchase, along with good photographs. Looking at Dino's parts, I saw many interesting items like rear target top latch. Many parts like doors and fenders were out of stock, yet you can still see what value Dino's puts on these items. If you need anything, I would call them up to investigate further. They do seem to be a viable resource. Part Request is the next C8 parts company that seems okay, or at least very interesting. They had a lot of interior parts, some exterior, wiring, and more. Much was in fair shape, having slight to noticeable damage, but these items would be those that you would have to refurbish yourself. At least some of it was. So anyway, like I said, get pictures and, call them up and double check this stuff. Now, one thing I really liked about this place is if you don't have time to rummage through a junkyard, this might be a great resource. Their mission is to help you save time and money. So Part Request is, quote unquote, an online locating service that allows the public, body shops, repair shops, insurance adjusters, and auto wreckers to locate and buy used auto parts by submitting a used auto parts request form to auto wreckers throughout the United States and Canada. So, if you need something specific and can't find it readily, then fill out the request form and see if they can help you. This really does seem like a very good resource to me. On eBay, my search was used C8 Corvette parts, and I did find quite a bit of stuff. I found wiring harnesses, a rear tail section, the transmission, drivetrain, engine, all kinds of stuff. But the main thing I found were wheels. Changing gears, the two main C8 cadaver companies I found were Copart and eRepairables. Copart just simply had a just huge range of C8s. Some that were just totally bashed up, bits and pieces. And then on the other end, hey, they may actually be good, viable driving cars. You just have to look and see what you're interested in. eRepairable is another online auction for these C8 cadavers. They're virtually the same thing as Copart. You might consider using Copart or eRepairables in the event that you need a cluster of parts in a certain region of your C8. That's the only reason why I can see, diving into something like this. Of course, Copart and eRepairables is a great place to go to pick up a C8 Corvette that might just be lightly damaged, and heck, you could flip it and make a buck. And this 21 C8 is a fantastic example of that. It looks really nice. As an afterthought, I went out to the Corvette forums and I found this link. This is C8 parts for sale / wanted. And this looks very interesting. So if you're looking for a car part and you just want a little bit more guidance and information, you might want to try looking this thing up. All right, so you might be curious what some of the prices were that I found out there for car parts. And I'd like to first take care of this one area right here. So eRepairables, Coparts, these are your cadaver cars. And, I was finding them from, the 20s, 30s on up to the 60,000s for these. Anything that was really damaged, they may just go for a few $100s. So you just got to get out there and go to these sites and just kind of follow them for a while and see what's up. Now, as far as looking over here, so looking in this area, I'd gone through Dino's, Part Request, and eBay right down here. And I just listed virtually everything that I found. Front side door, almost $1,300. Side door outside handle, $60. Let's see, rear lower bumper, $550. Upper rear bumper, $300. Let's see, what are some other cool parts here? License plate mount up in the front, $95. So let's see, Part Request, suede steering wheel, $500. Here's that combination switch. That's your turn indicators and all that kind of stuff. $100. Heads up display that's damaged.
$99. Instrument cluster bezel, $59. Now here's the interior GT2 seats, about $3,500. So you'll see there's all kinds of stuff in here that, some of this, these right here, there's tears and there's wear on some of this. So here's a dash cover right down here, $350 and it's damaged. Now here's some door panels, $700 each. So there's a large variety of items at these websites that are pretty interesting. Let's see, here's the Bose speaker system and the amplifiers. That was $1,000. Just found tons of wheels. Like I said, on eBay, they could be from $1,200 to about $2,300. Engine harness, $500. That engine and drivetrain was over 28 grand. And that rear body section that I saw before was about $2,300. So, there's a lot that's out there. So just play around, take your time, see what you see. But these are some of the dollar values that I picked up off the internet.
Be sure and verify the pricing of anything that you see. Like with Dino's Salvage, that front side door, $1,300. I did a quick Google search on side door for the C8, got this. You can get the shells for about $1,000, and here's one on eBay for about $700. So be sure and shop around. And if it's not obvious enough, you want to compare these used part prices to anything that a Chevy dealership might quote for you. What are more reasons why you might want to buy used parts? Well, number one, they're cheaper. At least you hope so. Number two, OEM parts. They're going to fit. Number three, environmentally good. It reduces the use of resources and it reduces the demand for landfill space. Very good reasons.
All right. That'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please subscribe. I would really thank you for that very much as well. And I hope you enjoyed this video about replacement parts used for the C8 Corvette. Hope it helps. Hope it was entertaining. And with that, relax. Take it easy. Enjoy that C8 and the beautiful weather. And I will see you later. Bye.